This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
Tonight, a family is devastated after their loved one was hit and killed at a nail salon in Pacific, Missouri. A driver backed into the business this weekend, killing the woman and hurting 2 others. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Bush.
I'm Kelly Jackson. We have learned the driver was best friends with the woman who died. Justina Coronel spoke to the victim's brother today. Such a tragedy, Justina.
It really is. So 61-year-old Jill Goddard was getting her nails done with her 2 best friends Saturday afternoon at the Pacific Hair and Nail Spa. Now, Goddard's brother tells me that because it was raining outside, the driver went to grab the car and bring it closer. George Mostow said during that time, his sister and her other friend were at the counter paying. Now, security footage shows a 57-year-old woman drive reverse and go through the wall. The Missouri State Highway Patrol is still investigating the cause of this crash, but Mostow called it a horrible accident. He said his sister was an amazing person who was funny and had a heart of gold. Mostow explained 3 years ago his sister became close friends with these 2 women, and because of that, his sister's life changed.
They became the closest of friends, and my sister was so excited every day. She's up early in the morning, ready to go see her friends and go do something. She was happy, truly extremely happy. And before, she was pretty depressed for a while.
Now, this is still under investigation by the crash reconstruction team. We're told it could take a few weeks before it's completed. And depending on the finding of that investigation, the report will be sent to the prosecutor's office for consideration of charges if necessary.
There is a new effort to overturn the conviction of a death row inmate who says he's innocent. Marcellus Wil is accused of killing Felicia Gale at her home in University City in 1998. But no DNA evidence has ever tied him to the crime. Today, St. Louis County Prosecutor Wesley Bell filed a motion to overturn the conviction. The motion says a court has never considered that lack of DNA evidence.
A violent weekend in St. Louis has left 6 people dead, several other injured. The St. Louis Police Department is actively investigating those cases right now. 5 on your side's Diamond Palmer is live at St. Louis Police Headquarters.
Well, Kelly and Mike, right now, none of these shootings appear to be connected at the moment. But meanwhile, after this weekend's violence, the city of St. Louis has 17 homicides, and that's compared to 11 homicides at the same time last year. Now, Saturday, police were called to deadly shootings on Choteau and St. Vincent Avenue. A day later, that violence continued when police were called to shootings on the Eads Bridge, Pine Street, Lexington Avenue, Hadley Street, and Goodfellow Boulevard. The city's Office of Violence Prevention worked directly with the city's police department. I talked to the director, who says there is hope for our city, but it will take more than one person to fix this problem.
I talked in the beginning of the year about, the road to success not being a straight line. We're going to have times like this until we finally get where we want to be. There's too many lives lost. We obviously had seen some success last year, but we need to refocus those efforts. Now is the time to really dig in harder, to use our collaborations.
Right now, all of these cases remain open, but police are urging anyone with information to call Crime Stoppers at 866-371-TIPS. Reporting live here at St. Louis Police Headquarters, Diamond Palmer, 5 on your side.
Tonight, the U.S. is deciding how it will respond to a drone strike that killed 3 U.S. troops. It happened at a remote outpost in Jordan near the Syrian border. Officials say the drone may have been mistaken for an American one. Here's Gloria Pazmino with the latest.
A drone attack at Tower 22, a U.S. military outpost in Jordan, killed 3 service members and wounded dozens more on Sunday.
Today is a very difficult day for Americans, so our deepest condolences go out to the families, the friends, and the units, obviously, who lost 3 friends, 3 colleagues.
What happens next could significantly transform the conflict in the Middle East, putting thousands of lives and any hope for conflict resolution at stake.
The president needs to take appropriate action to bring the perpetrators to justice, but we also need to de-escalate in that region, and having a ceasefire with the release of all hostages would do that.
U.S. officials say they believe the drone was fired by Iran-backed militias and appeared to originate in Syria. One group said the attacks would continue if U.S. soldiers do not leave. Iran has denied any involvement in the attack.
We'll do what we have to do to protect our troops, our facilities, our national security interests in the region.
While U.S. and coalition forces have faced more than 100 attacks in Iraq and Syria in recent months, none of of them had caused serious injury or damage to infrastructure. The attack comes as high-stakes hostage release talks continue in France, while Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is under pressure to pause Israel's campaign against Hamas, all part of a plan to secure the return of more than 100 hostages still inside Gaza. Reporting in New York,
Gloria Pasmino, 5 on your side.
The Pentagon says all 3 soldiers who died are from Georgia. They are Sergeant William Rivers, Specialist Kennedy Sanders, and Specialist Breonna Moffett.
Well, we finally saw some sunshine today, and the warm temperatures are going to stick around for a little while at least. Let's check in with Weather First meteorologist Gary Frank. Gary?
I feel like I have to take our word and, everybody else's word that's been outside for this. We don't have any windows in here. I haven't gone outside since it's been cloudy and foggy, so I'm kind of looking forward to these longer days that get us to 5:05 where we can see those clear skies, but we haven't even been able to see stars at night. That's how cloudy that it's been. This large area of cloud cover and fog is finally exiting in central Illinois, but we'll look up to a little bit further north for another round of cloud cover, and that's at least going to be a brief setback, not 7 days in a row again, but our current temperatures warmed up nicely into the mid-50s, a little cloudier on the metro east side, 46, but that's where that cooler air is settling in. I think overall, the next several hours, temps will fall into the low to mid-40s, but for the next few days, no fog tonight. It's hard to believe. Now, the clouds return briefly, but we are warming up into February, and we'll talk about that, how much above average we are, and just how long we stuck in that cloud cover for several days.
All right, see you then, Gary. Tonight, a new study shows a huge economic boost for St. Louis Lambert International Airport. The report says the local economy could grow by billions of dollars in the next 8 years. 5 News High's Mercedes McKay explains the study and why a new single airport terminal could be a major factor.
The study was done by Greater St. Louis, and it broke down the economic impact and compared it from 2019 to what it could be in 2032 if this consolidation and expansion project happens. According to Greater St. Louis, with the new single terminal, it's expected to bring in nearly $5 billion more and 30,000 additional jobs by 2032. On top of that, 80% of similarly sized metros are investing in new airports like this, and no state or local taxpayer dollars will be used. The $2.8 billion project would consolidate the airport's 2 terminals into one. According to the study, the new terminal would impact travelers positively, from more gates and concessions to tripling the number of parking spaces and improving drop-off and pickup.
The passenger experience is at the center of all of this, and it is going to be easier for folks with all of the modern facilities that come with this.
Consolidation can work, and I think it'll solve a lot of the traffic funneling issues throughout the airport. They just got to do it right so the flow remains consistent and hopefully improves for Terminal 2.
Right now, the FAA is doing their own study on this consolidation terminal project. They're expected to be done with that study in early of September of this year. At Lambert, Mercedes McKay, 5 on your side.